2.5 years in, and you have some sort of light at the end of the tunnel. What does it feel like?
Well, I didn't know there was light at the end of the tunnel. So 2 years in, that's where, it was either forgive the guards or self-destruct. It was also, by then I had also deliberately let go of having any kind of hope. So that was a second survival strategy. I had to not hope that I was going to get out, because hoping had a downside. That cycle of hope and despair was extremely damaging to my mental well-being. So after going through that cycle a few times, I'm like, well, I have to find a different way.
One of the things that I've gotten out of travel is I think your view of the world changes when you see the way people are living in different places. Your spectrum expands.
Mm-hmm.
You start recognizing, like, oh, I might be used to Southern California, but this is not how they do things in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
This is not how they do things in Italy. This
Yep.
is not. When you go as far as being a captive in Somalia, your spectrum
Mm-hmm.
is massive. I mean, your view of the world, being entrenched in that life and being with those people while they're chewing this narcotic and carrying around Kalashnikovs and yelling at each other in a foreign language and watching fist fights and realizing, like, they don't have anything either.
Mm-hmm.
How much has that changed you as a human being and your view of human life on Earth?
Well, I think enormously. I mean, you're right. It expanded my range and my understanding of what other people think. They obviously come from a completely different perspective in Somalia. Not only are they Muslim and African, but they're also very isolated. So Somalia, as a rule, has always been difficult to penetrate for outsiders. That was true when Richard Burton was there in the 19th century too. It's a closed culture, and they have their own way of thinking, and also the language is not related to most other languages you've heard, unless you're familiar with languages in Ethiopia.
Did you learn any of it?
Yeah, a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I resisted learning it from the guards.